Hey, shalom, shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, Elder Bishop of the Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessings to you, fellow brothers, pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. It's your brother Chanak, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash, Shalom, Shalom to all the believers out there fighting for their faith in these wicked, evil times. Okay, this is going to be a prophecy update. Today is February the 15th, 2026, 2 p.m. Now, bear with me one second. Okay, this is pretty much a couple of videos that I have that I, made like a little playlist out of. We'll probably get to some of them, maybe all of them. We'll just see how it is. Spirit allow me to do a sit down. Sit down today. I got a little space open up, so Lord's we'll try not to make it too long. This is a new program I'm using. Is built into the Windows. Again, usually I'm on a Mac, Apple computer, but I got my PC, my Windows. So I'm using this. So I'm using a new program that's built into the Windows. So we'll see how that goes. I have backup. I have the recorded. I'm recording it as well on my phone just for the audio. If this program doesn't work, I tested it out. It seems like it works. So we'll see how it is. You'll see either the video or you're going to hear the audio recording. Okay. So I have a couple of videos here, and this is I named this this playlist 2 through. Like, Elder Yashawam would say through. So it's 2 through. Pretty much the collapse of America, man. The collapse of America, the collapse in the economic system, the collapse of the middle class. Okay, that's a big one, the middle class. Okay, the collapse in the financial system. We're rolling over to a new system. Wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places, uproars of the people. I mean, we could have made this playlist very extensive. But we're just gonna play a couple of these videos. We might go somewhere else with it. We'll see how the spirit move. But let's play. I'm gonna open up one of my favorite scriptures. Okay, and then we'll get to the video. Habakkuk or Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. All right, we'll just go right to the point. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Let's look at some other translations. NLT. This vision is for a future time. It describes the end. See, what we're witnessing is the end, and it will be fulfilled. It will be fulfilled. Okay. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. And we're basically seeing the vision. Okay, the prophecies, Jacob's trouble, which we're in Jacob's trouble. It's going to heighten. The hour of temptation is going to come upon us, which is synonymous with Jacob's trouble, in which they're going to push the MOTB. We see that technology arising. I got other videos and other playlists going. I want to go into the robotic thing. That's the new big thing where they put in the artificial general intelligence, or the artificial intelligence in the actual humanoid robot, not just like a drone or a computer system. On your computer or whatever, on your tablet or your phone. You go to ChatGPT. Now they're putting that technology, souped up, beefed up technology, into autonomous humanoid robots. So we'll go into that a different lesson. But let's play some of this video. Lord's will. It's edifying, and the audio and the video is clear.
America's newest side hustle isn't your usual gig.
Okay, this is a video from NBC, so fair use, fair use. Middle-class Americans sell their plasma to make ends meet. Through.
It tells a prickly story about the U.S. economy. People selling blood just to get by.
It was out of necessity.
Like Ian Pleasant, who started donating at this center outside Philadelphia after being hit by a car and breaking his leg. It was a lifesaver. It even paid my rent. A lifesaver for him and the patients on the other end, with researchers saying the U.S. provides around 70% of the world's plasma, that gooey substance that transports the essential cells and nutrients our body needs. Ian is one of an estimated 200,000 people that walk into plasma centers like this every day across the
200, at least 200,000 individuals walk into these clinics to get blood drained out of them. Okay, just so they can get some money, so they can buy necessities. Not like buy things to go get to buy a brand new Maybach Rolls Royce. No, this is to buy necessities, food, shelter, clothing, and this phone bill, right?
Country to sell their blood plasma for money.
People will come in and use this money to supplement their income. For a lot of people, it's their lifeline to afford that little thing that's extra.
A booming market worth more than $30 billion now, pumping through the veins of American households. Collections up about 30% in the last 3 years. There are now more plasma centers than Costco's across the nation.
The U.S. has a really incredible demand for this product, and that obviously saves a lot of lives and helps a lot of people.
Filling that demand are cash-strapped Americans, ranging from college students who told Rolling Stone they were looking for some extra cash to afford Harry Styles tickets, to middle-class workers struggling with rising costs and a slowing job market. Jill Chamberlain in Scottsdale, Arizona, used to make $87,000 a year overseeing the finances for a local business until she was laid off in August 2024.
Yeah, because now you have AI that can take over these tasks, and they don't mess up. All right, so there's no need for individuals like this, and it's not like she was bringing home 87,000. She probably was only bringing home like 58, right? 58,000 after taxes. Then you have your expenses. You want to live a certain lifestyle, so by the end of the year, you haven't saved any money. So it's easy for the elites to really destroy this system. All right, and then bring in a new system, and then you have no choice but to get down with the program. And this is essentially, what's going to happen, and what we're seeing. All right, so you telling me in a righteous society? Let me bring out another scripture. You telling me in a righteous society, right? Was it Proverbs 28 or 29? Proverbs 29. Excuse me. 1 second. You telling me in a righteous society, you got to sell your fucking blood? Okay, the scriptures say you're not supposed to make any cuttings in the flesh. The life is in the blood. Now, is this blood also? Do they got the vaccine in it too? So that's circulating around too. So they got these people with the vaccine blood donating blood, and then you go into the hospital and get a blood transfusion, or you need a blood transfusion. It's emergency. Your blood count is low. Your hemoglobin, and your dumbass go ahead and do it. Which certain situations happen where it is what it is, no problem, right? But you go ahead and do it in your ignorance, and now you got the juice blood all up in you. Right? Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. There's no healthy functioning society in which Americans have to sell their blood to make ends meet. Let's play a little bit more. Right? So this just shows you. Let's just go to the oldie but goodie. Okay. Job 9:24, but we're gonna go into a different translation. Let's see what it says. NLT. Job 9:24. The whole earth is in the hands of the wicked, and the Most High blinds the eyes of the judges. If he's not the one who does it, who is it? Or who is? ESV, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges. If it is not he, who then is it? Right. And Esau Esau, would you have iconoclasm? You have the Renaissance, the rebirth of the ancient Roman Empire, coming back in the form of America, NATO, and the EU. Basically, the Edomite nations, which have deceived the whole world. The whole world is in their hand. They have access to all the resources, and whatever resources they don't have, they go into a nation, send their economic hitmen, create coups, overthrow the government, and then they take and they take over the resources and they export it, and they make a lot of money, and they kill the people in the whole process. Okay, you set up a society in which you have blood banks where you give people $50 to get blood from them. If Esau is not the wicked, who's the wicked? Wouldn't a righteous society, we read in Proverbs 29 and 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Ain't nobody rejoicing. Does this look like this lady's rejoicing? She has to sell her blood just to make ends meet. Their plasma.
Now she works more than 80 hours a week to barely cover her bills. Twice a week before
you doing 2 full-hour shifts a week. 80 hours a week. Okay, say you work 5 days a week. Okay, 8 times 5 is 40. All right, so what? That's what I'm sorry. What 80 hours? You working 400 hours or some shit like that? Hold on. Am I tripping? Give me a second. Okay, you working 80 hours a week. Okay, you working 400 hours in a week if you work 5 days a week. Okay, if you do that in a month, you working 1,600 hours. You're cooked, and then you got to sell your blood on top of that. Tell me my math was wrong.
For work, she sells her plasma.
Everything that I get from here or the other overtime jobs is food. It's power. It's gas in my car. It's car insurance. One day it will fix my sunroof.
Chamberlain makes about $400 a month from her plasma, but she says it leaves her exhausted and frustrated.
I chickened out for the first 2 months. I went and then backed out and went and backed out, and it was just too scary.
You were afraid to do
They're
it.
literally pulling life from you. Literally, she makes $400. She's doing, I think, 2 treatments a week just to get that $400, and that goes to a bill. But it leaves you drained and exhausted. This place, we got to get the fuck up out of here, man.
But yeah, there's a lot of stigma attached to it, and I wanted to find other solutions before I went that far.
Critics say the plasma sellers getting about $50 a session isn't enough, and point out that the U.S. is one of the few countries
Look,
that
through, eat. Look at them, cooked. You getting strapped to a machine, and this is life. This is what you call life, where they're literally draining blood from you. Come on, man. Let's look at the comments. So basically, no difference than being ruled by vampires, and we know it's coming out through the Epstein, which we already knew about that. From Apostle and Elders on down, we've been knew about that. This is nothing new. Remember, everything is coming out now in the last days, and the end shall speak and not lie. So now it's speaking. And now the people are starting to wake up, but for a lot of you, it's too late. You're already complicit in the crimes. All right? So it's coming out. Yeah, you are ruled by so-called vampires. This goes back to the ancient Canaanites. Okay, the priesthood of the ancient Canaanites, where they were eating flesh and drinking blood, especially, sacrificing children, stuff like that. And you have the elite class doing that now. I think the plasma center should pay people more than $50. We have failed as a society. No, this is the Most High destroying your society. Okay, because at one time you were this great nation, right? Let me get Malachi. You built these great. We built everything. We built cities, and the white man, he's awesome. He built guitars and cities and Xboxes and highways and high rises. You black monkeys wouldn't be nowhere if we didn't get you from Africa and put you in slavery. Look how great this is. Now the Edomite has to succumb to selling his blood just to make ends meet. Also Jake too. Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, right? The earth is getting into the hands of the wicked. So anywhere Edom takes root in the earth and he has established a society, it will be called the border of wickedness. And you can see that amongst having to sell your blood, but there's all type of, you got prostitution everywhere. All right. You got sodomites everywhere. You got trafficking of all different types of guns, drugs, women, men, children, little boys, babies. You got breeding farms. Okay. And the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever, right? And indignation is righteous anger. Okay. Bruh, this is another comment. Bruh, this is beyond depressing. Yeah, this is depressing. Okay. Lord's what we're going to get Isaiah 24. You people are done, man. You chew through. So you people really don't have nothing to say against us. You really, and you got scoffers that come and scoff. You're going to have that in the last days. But it ain't as like it used to be. Because these people are how you gonna scoff and you gotta go to you gotta go get plasma taken out twice a week just to make ends meet. Okay, brothers ain't doing that.
That allows payment for plasma and for people to sell as often, twice a week. But plasma companies say they're meeting a critical need.
Yes, the companies make billions when they collect plasma, but guess what?
See, the companies are making billions of dollars. Where the fuck is this plasma going to? Okay, it's probably certain hospitals, certain research facilities, and then it's probably a big ass private market too, where they fucking drinking it. Okay, yeah, they do make billions.
Donors receive billions in return.
Donors, who's the donors that receive billions? You mean what does that mean? Ain't nobody getting no money from this. These hospitals, they'll sell you a blood transfusion. You're not getting it for free unless you got some type of Medicaid or Medicare, whatever, but that's still not free. Somebody's paying for it. The government is paying for it through the so-called tax dollars. So ultimately, who's being enriched? It's not the people. And at this point in the game, you getting juiced up blood. Okay, and what these people be eating, what they be doing. You got a blood from a Moabite, a Hamite, and an Edomite mixed in all together, and they gonna infuse it, and you wonder why your motherfucking eye don't open. Okay, it is locked closed.
And the other nice thing about this is that these plasma centers are located in the communities that need that money.
Right, the poor, where Jake is at.
The most.
Peter Jaworski is a researcher at Georgetown University.
Let me get another scripture real quick. I believe that's Psalms 10. Let's see. Right. Psalms 10:8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, right, the hoods. In the secret places does he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. See? He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He's not like an actual lion. Okay, he's a lion. And no, this is speaking about a lion-like man. This is speaking about an individual that sets traps, like those blood plasma. Okay, places. All right, that's east. The rich are not doing that. The upper middle class, you ain't gotta sell no blood. Ain't nobody doing that. They ain't doing that. Okay, but in the hood, all right, in the poor areas, yeah, they're doing it because you need that extra money. And what are they doing with it? Well, they're making billions of dollars off of it. Okay, so those places are there to catch the poor. You got the Planned Parenthood, same thing, catch the poor. You got these police sting operations. You got all liquor stores. Okay, gas. These gas stations where these heirs be at selling you the crackhead fried chicken. That's all to catch you. Okay, he don't have to just shoot you down. You're dying in the hospitals. You're dying of a bad diet. Okay, you're addicted to these processed foods, and now you're giving plasma. So you two through. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. As a lion, he lieth in wait to catch the poor. He does catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Those are nets. Okay, this is a net. that the donation, hold on, let's play this.
See, studying the ethics and economics of blood plasma collection. He says compensation is key.
Jake, that's a net. YN's got to go and sell blood. He does catch the poor into his net. Okay? Right? It says he crouches and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Okay, this is all a well thought out demonic plan to catch Jake. Because they can be doing some shit to you. They can be taking your shit, studying it, and then creating biological weapons to target particular whole communities. They show you they show you that in the movie what's James Bond? I forget, it's like maybe the last one or the one before that. A Time Ready to Die, something like that. But I remember how they were the one where they were dealing with biological weapons, and one of the Russian scientists, I believe he was Russian scientist, said he was talking to the black woman. We targeted the whole West African diaspora, basically their DNA, and made a biological weapon. They're telling you that that's what they can do. Okay, and that's why Jake be all fucked up in these. Of course, it's the judgment of the Heavenly Father. Of course, we know that, but also Jake's diet, and then also you're being poisoned, and you're being drained of blood. Okay. He has said in his heart, verse 11, the Most High has forgotten, he hideth his face, he will never see it. Arise, O Lord, O Yahweh Bashemal Shai. It says, lift up thy hand, forget not the humble. Okay. Let's go back.
Key to the system working.
If we did not compensate donors, the whole world would have a massive shortage.
Selling plasma is generally considered safe, but side effects include fatigue, dizziness, and in rare cases, severe reactions. And there's limited data on what frequent long-term donation does to the body. But for Jill, it's not just about the physical effects.
So basically it kills you, essentially. That's what they're saying. I put this video on. Let's play with this video. I haven't watched it yet.
Well, we have new details tonight in our sobering problem investigation. Not just here in Tennessee, but across the nation, we're finding sober people are being arrested for DUI. And a recent study questions whether field sobriety tests are always reliable.
It just seemed like he was all over the road coming out.
Just moments after being pulled over, Justin Beery had an admission to make.
You might think I'm drunk in the stand, but I've running off for like 3 hours of sleep.
After working a 14-hour shift, the Alabama man also then made a key misstatement.
Do you take any medication or anything?
I have ADD, so I do.
ADD?
I should have autism instead of ADD. I think at the time because I just was afraid to...
Esau threw. Let's go to the next. Esau just threw. Look at him.
Well, a dangerous fungus is spreading across hospitals and nursing homes across the country. That's according to federal health officials.
Well, the board of Stephanie Saul joining us now with more on this risk and what this is.
Yeah, it is concerning, that's for sure. This is now...
This is from CBS, Philadelphia. Fair use. Dangerous fungus spreading across hospitals, nursing homes nationwide, CDC reports. Why? What the hell is going on? Is it that blood? Y'all injecting these mother? See, who knows? That blood, you could do something to the blood, and give it to these people in these homes. Who knows what the hell is going on? But ultimately, these are the plagues of Yahweh Bashemal Shai. Okay, we'll play this. I'm gonna get 2 Ezra 15 though.
Considered a superbug because it has become resistant to antifungal medications. People who are infected can have red patches on their skin and flu-like symptoms. A little-known fungus is becoming a growing public health concern. Candida aureus is a drug-resistant, hard-to-detect, and spreading fast. According to the CDC, there were more than 7,000 reported cases across the United States last year, a sharp increase from just a few years ago. People who don't know they're infected become what's called a colonizer when the fungus spreads.
When you have a colonizer that can colonize the skin, and can also persist for long periods of time on, for example, bed rails, on catheters, you have a situation where you have extensive transmission.
Doctors say the deadly infection is spreading mostly in hospitals and nursing homes. Patients with a severe underlying illness are most vulnerable.
And sometimes we get drug-resistant forms where there are no more antifungal drugs that are available to treat it. And that's why it's being called, quote, a superbug.
Researchers say outdated diagnostics often misidentify the infection, which delays treatment. While researchers are testing new antifungal drugs, experts say early detection and strict infection control are the best defenses right now. Now, doctors say healthy visitors to healthcare facilities generally are not at risk for getting or spreading the fungus, but it is something that people need to be aware of, especially if you have somebody who's hospitalized.
For a lengthy amount of time,
Absolutely.
too. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Steph.
So you see that?
We're back now with two.
Okay, yeah, this is the next one. But so that was a deadly fungus.
Well, a dangerous fungus.
You know, that was a deadly fungus. Let's go to 2nd Esdras. Let's go to 2nd Esdras 15. These are the plagues. Yahushua also spoke about the pestilence. Okay, we'll get a scripture on that too. 2nd Esdras 15 and where it says smite Egypt. Yep. And I will start at 11. And I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm. Okay, that's Yahushua. That's the deliverance. And smite Egypt with plagues, right? As before. And will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. That ultimate plague and punishment is talking about the nuclear missiles. But prior to the nuclear missiles, the Most High, right, like prior to the Lord, taking down Egypt, what did he do with Egypt first? He hit Egypt with 10 plagues. And we know America, Revelation 11 and 8, we know America is spiritually Egypt, spiritual Sodom. So you have a major STDs here in America that are being transmitted. Okay, and then you have different viruses and now fungal infections. Now, I believe is it the series The Last of Us? Yeah, The Last of Us. I believe it came on like one of those. Maybe it's on Netflix. I don't know. AMC. I don't know. One of them. I don't really know the TV channels and shit like that. I don't watch TV, but I watched a couple episodes of that. I'm not sure if it was Amazon or something like that, but I know there was a video game too. But what this was, it wasn't a virus like you watch in these other, so-called zombie movies or, like Contagion and stuff like that, where a pathogen gets out. It wasn't a virus, a deadly virus. It was a fungus or a mold. Okay, the scriptures speak about leprosy, like leprosy of the house. You can have mold in your house that can, the spores, they can get inside your body, and you can have mold infections or fungus infections, and you can die of that shit, and that's a horrible death. So now you have a deadly fungus spreading throughout hospitals nationwide here in America. That's part of the plagues. Let me see something. Okay. It might be. Bear with me. I thought there was. Have scored a ton. Okay, Psalm 91. Psalm 91. Bear with me. I'm gonna go to the point. Psalms 91 and 6. It says, let me start at 5. Let me start at 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wing shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. So the truth is going to be what's going to protect us. Thou shalt not be afraid for terror by night, nor for the arrow that fleeth by day, nor for the pestilence